What is up, everybody? My name is Roger Percorny, and I just made a stupid Photoshop. So let's talk about video games. Yes, I know. Before I even start this video, yes, my hair. It's messed. Look at that. Yeah, that's beautiful right there. That's beauty. That's straight beauty. And you know what? This is how a real person looks like. I don't even care. No edits, no hair gel, none of that. I'm just going to go straight into this nitty-gritty of this video. Now, what am I going to talk about today? There's a lot of things I can talk about. You know, there's a lot of things in the industry, but I want to just focus on something that I think a lot of people are talking about when, like, it's been happening a lot more. You know, remasters, re-releases, you know, next-gen re-upreses or whatever you want to call them. Grand Fandango had one remastered, and now supposedly Darksiders is having one. Darksiders 2 is was leaked on essentially online through Amazon. That's basically going to have like a remastered version for PS4, Xbox One, next-gen systems alike. Now, I think a lot of people have been giving these a bad rap recently. I think that people are like, oh, this is taking away money and time from the developers, but I can see both sides here. Now, of course, if the main developer is creating like a remastered like Rockstar, that is taking away time and is taking away resources, and I understand that, but the thing here is that that's a huge if. A lot of studios are outsourcing to a lot of people. For example, Iron Galaxy, they did the, well, it's not really an upres, but they did the Borderlands on Vita, and yeah, they when you do a lot of remasters, you usually put it out to another studio, and some people do it in-house, like to keep it in-house, like Naughty Dog with Last of Us, but that's a really huge if, you know. A lot of only a little small amount of studios like to do that. Now, for the studios that do that and actually take time out of their busy schedule to make an up-res version, I still think that this is not an awful thing, because that's just helping your case for a sequel. If you have a game like Darksiders 2 that maybe not a lot of people played, or maybe not a lot of people enjoyed, or maybe not a lot of people noticed, if you have a remaster and you put it out in the middle of nowhere in a PS4 era that there's not really many games coming out at once in a week, put it out there, and then people are going to be like, oh, well, this is interesting, this is cool, maybe I'll play it because I have nothing else better to play. I think it's a great marketing strategy for developers and publishers to make beautiful, beautiful games and make sequels out of them, you know? Take their games that maybe didn't sell as well as they wanted to, like Sleeping Dogs. It sold really good, but Square Enix is, like, awful with their price projections. They're like, you know, it's going to sell 50 million copies, and it of course sells like 1 million or so copies, and they're like, oh, this is the worst, so let's re-release it. So they re-released it, and this is a great way to get the name out there. I remember now they replaced the original Sleeping Dogs on Steam with the re-released one, and it's getting a new name, it's getting a new story, it's getting new looks at it. You know, people are now all of a sudden talking about Sleeping Dogs again, you know? Like, that's a really good way to market your video game. I think that's a really relatively easy way. I know video game development is never easy, but you still have the groundwork. You can remake it, you can remaster it, and it is easier than making a brand new sequel and hoping that people find relevance in the video game series as a whole. So, going from there, I think there's another thing that a lot of people are missing, is that people don't have PS3s, people didn't have Xbox 360s, and also people didn't have money during those eras. So even if you did have an Xbox 360 and PS3, odds are you probably didn't have money for all those video games. So with a remastered version, with all the DLC, with all the promise, with all the things that made that game good, and you thought maybe I might want to, maybe back in the day you're like, maybe I want to pick up that game, and now that it's re-released, like Last of Us, yeah, hell yeah, I'm picking it up. That's a great time for people to come into the series and really get to know characters, get to fall in love with people, get to fall in love with a game series, a gameplay style, and I think it's a really good way to use your resources, to be completely honest. I think a lot of people are like, oh, why don't they move on to a sequel? Well, it's not that simple. I don't think it's too simple. Like, a lot of people really didn't have time to play that game, and if you release it, they're probably going to play it. There's a good chance. I mean, the PS4 and Xbox One are such high-level systems that almost everyone's getting them. Everyone wants games for it, and there's a need, there's a hunger, there's a need for video games, and what better to fulfill it with a game that you already sort of know, and you're like, oh, maybe I want to check that out. Pick it up, boom, you like it, then you're going to get into a sequel. So I think it's a really great way to, you know, get people into the video game mindset of different, you know, genres or different even series that they didn't even know about or didn't even think that they would ever like. And I think it is a great way to use studio resources. Of course, everyone would love to see a sequel, but it's just not that cut and dry, you know. But I like it, and I do. To be honest, I only had a Xbox 360, so I did miss a lot of games on the PS3 side and everything. And I also did miss a lot of games because I had no money. So to see re-releases coming out, and they have all the DLC in, they're really good bundles like the Handsome Jack collection. It's exciting to see. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of remasters? What do you think about re-releases? What do you guys think about life in general? Leave a comment down below. Tell me which Backstreet Boy is your favorite Backstreet Boy. Bye!